I'd like to call the meeting to order. We can have a moment of silence. Flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, public notice of this meeting has been sent to board members, all district schools, the Herald News, the Suburban Trends, the Record, the Messenger, West Milford Town Hall, the County Superintendent's Office, the Board Attorney, Cablevision of Warwick and West Milford TV 77, and posted in the Administration Building. Copies of the board meeting calendar resolution were provided to all local media, Town Hall, Township Library, and all district schools. Roll call, please, Ms. Schultz.
Mr. Stotovich?
Here.
Mrs. Dwyer?
Here.
Mrs. Jurgensen?
Here.
Mr. Libby?
Here.
Mrs. Marquardt?
Here.
Mrs. Romeo?
Here.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Here.
Mrs. O'Connor?
Here.
Mrs. Loughlin?
Here. The interim superintendent's report, Dr. Fernari.
Thank you, Mrs. Loughlin. This evening, I'm going to preface my comments. I see that our student board attendant is not here this evening, but we do have a plaque for her, and we'll be making sure that before the end of the school year that we give it to her. So the plaque reads, presented to Mia Harrison in appreciation for service to the board, the West Milford Board of Education as student representative for the year 2023-2024. So we'll make sure she gets this, because school will be out by the time we have our next meeting.
Thank you, Dr.
Sure.
Fernari.
Now, the main body of my report is a required report that we give annually, and it's regarding our HIV grade report. During the Board of Education meeting held on October 30th, 2023, I shared the HIV self-assessment scores for each of our schools for the 2022-2023 school year. Tonight, I will share the results of the JDOE review of our data and scores for each of the schools as verified by that review. To remind everyone, the schools are rated in the following categories: HIV programs, approaches, and other initiatives, training on the BOE-approved HIV policy, other staff, instruction, and training programs, curriculum and instruction on HIV and related information and skills, HIV personnel, school-level HIV incident reporting procedure, HIV investigation procedure, and HIV reporting. Maximum number of points that a school can earn is 78. In October, I reported HIV self-assessment grades as follows. Apshawa scored themselves with 76 out of 78 points. Maple Road scored 78 out of 78 points. Marshall Hills scored themselves 75 out of 78 points. Paradise Knolls scored themselves 75 out of 78 points. Upper Greenwood Lake scored themselves 76 out of 78 points. Westbrook, which was open in 22-23, scored themselves 76 of 78 points. Macoupin scored themselves 74 of 78 points. And West Milford High School scored themselves 76 of 78 points. The New Jersey Department of Education has confirmed these grades and has issued the district with a grade of 76 points, the average of all the school grades. The official grade report for the 22-23 school year will be posted to the district website tomorrow, May 22nd, 2024, as required. That concludes my report for the evening. Board members, if you have any questions, please let me know.
Any questions? Okay, thank you, Dr. Fernari. Mr. Novak, Director of Education's report.
Thank you. A couple exciting hand carries tonight that I want to point out and talk about some end of a process that I've been talking about all year. Our pilot our Language Arts Pilot Program Committee met yesterday to talk about the process we worked on all year. We had some culminating discussions where we compared our two pilot programs, which one was Magnetic by Curriculum Associates, and the other program is called Wonders by McGraw-Hill. We met as a group. We spent about an hour and a half talking, and, talking about the pros and cons for each program, and that led to a vote from our committee, from the staff members who participated in piloting both programs, and we arrived at the decision for adopting the Wonders program, which is the hand carry that you have here tonight. Just to give you, I know I've talked about it a lot, just to give you a quick recap about the process. We began this in the summer of 2022. We met as the District Literacy Committee and talked about what a future of our language arts program could look like. The staff members on that committee did some brainstorming, made some charts, and talked about what their ideal program could be. At that point in time, we had just come out of the pandemic. We had no real vision for what funding could look like, because we were in the middle of, or near the end, a few years left in S2, so we know that budgeting for a massive program replacement was challenging, and also knowing that math was, in our tier of priorities, math was the program that we knew needed to be replaced first. So when we sat and met and talked about it, there was little hope that we could get to where we are today. Luckily, we've been able to capitalize on stabilization aid the last 2 years to replace our math program last year, and now looking forward to a new ELA program in K through 5. When I finished working with the group yesterday, we described it as a transformational decision. It is going to be so far head and shoulders above what our current program offers that we're all very excited for what it looks like. So we arrived at the decision. We have it for your approval tonight. Looking forward, we are looking at what next steps would be, and that's another, when I finished with the committee yesterday, the discussion was this decision that took us a year with multiple meetings, volunteer time, all of the things that our staff have been doing have been wonderful. That was the easy part. The hard part is now with implementing the program and putting it into action. So the staff has been great and ready to work. At the June Education Committee, I'm going to be talking about summer curriculum writing for this new program, and a summer committee for taking a look at the new program and developing a user-friendly approach for what a first year of implementation will look like. We talked to other districts who used this particular program, and that was some of the advice that they gave us was, don't wait until your staff has returned to unpack this program and get some professionals, people who can become experts with this in advance. We have our group who piloted the program. That's not typical in a lot of districts to actually do a pilot. That's more of a that's more of an older sort of process, but we were able to pull it off this year. The process will be, the committee will be something we'll approve hopefully next month, and I'll have names for those people. Looking forward, similar to what we did last year when we presented a new math program, I'm looking at the September 14th board meeting to present the new program to you. So we'll have full training under our belt. You're hopefully looking to approve tonight we have 85 staff members who have agreed to come in on June 20th for a day of training. That full day of training will get them ready for this new program. They'll leave with their materials in hand in June, and then be ready to implement that program for our students come September. So at the September 14th board meeting, we'll present the entire program to the community, to you, Sorry, September 17th. I have my glasses on, Mrs. Dwyer. That's new for me. September 17th. That's the new BA. We're coming in on Saturdays.
4th of July.
There you go. So, thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
I just want to make sure.
But yeah, I wrote 17, it looked like 4. My handwriting, horrible. So September 17th, we'll present to the community and to the board the new program, and then we will also be offering a district-wide family literacy night. We typically do those in our individual schools. Next year, we're going to do a district-wide event following our back-to-school nights, similar to what we did last year when we presented Eureka Math Squared. So we'll do a full night. We'll have all the program materials out in full force. We'll have a large portion of staff members who are using the program to ask questions, and we'll have a presenter to talk to parents and talk about the differences between what we're moving away from to the program that we're getting our hands on. So again, very exciting, transformational. We've been, I think the year was, it was 2014, possibly 2013, 2014, when we put the current program into place. One of the things that the Board of Ed has requested over the years, regardless of who's been sitting here, has been asking for unity in our schools and in our programs. So I think we have that now in math, and I think for the first time in a long time, we're going to have that in language arts going forward, where the third grade in one school will be doing what the third grade is doing in the other school. Another component of this that I haven't spoken about yet is there's a component of the Wonders program called Wonders Works. Wonder Works is the Tier 2 intervention part of the program. So all of our staff members will be trained in Wonders on June 20th. Our staff members who would be considered interventionists, whether it's our resource center teachers or our encore teachers or our reading specialists, anyone who'll be working with a pull-out or small groups of students in the room will be trained in what's called Wonder Works. That's included in the approval that the hand carry that you see tonight. So we're very excited about the process. I can talk for another hour, and I know you don't want me to. So September 17th, I'll present the program in full. Yes.
I just want to thank Mr. Novak, because this was a lot of work that went into this program. I want to thank the staff members too who put in the hours, because they spent a lot of hours on these programs, and hopefully the proof will be in the work, and the fact that you have a summer training happening way ahead of time is kudos to you, because you heard the outcry and you addressed it. And the family literacy night sounds exciting, because I know that the math night went very well. So I want to thank you for all the hard work, and please thank the staff. We should definitely send off a letter to all those staff members and thank them, because it wasn't just months of work, it was years of work for all of them. So I think they should be recognized for that. So, thank you again.
Thank you. No, I couldn't agree more with this. It doesn't happen without the group of staff that put this together.
Just a quick question. I remember when you were presenting both programs, one of the programs integrated well with iReady, and the other one didn't necessarily. Which one was the one we chose? Was it the iReady one, or?
No, the Wonders is Magnetic was the one. It's also parent company Curriculum Associates is the same company that presents iReady.
Oh.
So iReady is a program that many districts use in isolation. They also present their own curriculum, which is the one which was our runner-up situation.
Good. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, how was it? Close, or was this the runaway?
It was runaway.
Good.
Yeah, 94%. 94% of the vote went to Wonders. So for comparison, when we selected our math program, it was 65%. So
good to hear. That's good.
Right.
You have a big buy-in on it. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other? All right, the next item, which is another hand carry, is talking about the middle school math club and summer program. So the first comment I want to do, I wanted to especially thank Dr. Belzer, Dr. Matlos, Jill McInnes, and Melissa Welch, and the Macapin staff who put this process together. If you're not aware, we have a math club running at Macapin right now. The reason I point out one club over another, it's the first time we've had a after-school academic club that wasn't the AIM club that has had such tremendous participation. We're having on average 25, 27 students attending each session. The outcomes that that the staff are reporting have been tremendous. That led to a discussion about what could we do over the summer. Mr. Citro, the former Macapin principal, and I used to sit down and brainstorm, like, how cool would it be to get kids coming in August to get ready for high school math, high school writing, those types of things. So we are looking to capitalize on the current excitement of this club, and we want to offer a summer program. So the proposal that you have is for a two-week program with the two high school math teachers who are currently running the Macapin Math Club. 1 week would be a introductory algebra course, which would be appropriate for students entering Math 7, Math 8, Algebra 1. The second week would be in advanced concepts, appropriate for students entering Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2. Students are able to participate in both programs, and the teachers already said that they could differentiate to the students they receive. We have iReady data, we have student performance data, we know the skills and standards where they need to work, so that's going to be part of the program. We're going to utilize the super successful process for registering for STEM Camp for this process. So we're gonna hype it up. We're gonna advertise this to all of the classes. We're gonna share all the information. We're gonna entice with some tangible reward types of things, like students who participate in this program could enter the year with extra credit towards their math course in the fall, similar to what we used to have when there were summer assignments in every class that they can come in with a quiz grade or that type of thing. So the staff is working on what that extra credit process could be like. Students who don't participate won't be penalized in any way. Students who do participate could be looking for a extra credit assignment, and also take possession of one of our graphing calculators for the year. I'm able to do that through Title I funds. That's what's running this program. Macapin is a Title I targeted assistance school, so that affords me the ability to do that through Title I funding, so we can get a grapher in the hands of every kid who participates in this, as well as potential for that extra credit. I had a great idea for a raffle, but Mr. Schultz shot that down earlier today. He likes to keep me out of jail, so I appreciate that. But anyway, so we're gonna have. I believe we're finally gonna get a summer club with math preparation for our freshmen or students entering 7th and 8th grade. So I'll be sharing that. You'll see the advertisements for it. We're about to release the information about it. I'm going to release a date that the registration is going to be released. We have to cap each class at 25, so there is limited availability, and then we'll take it from there. And if we get to the 25, we'll have to see if we maybe add more opportunity. So for me, it's an exciting new thing that we've talked about for years, and we're finally going to get it off the ground. And then the last item.
I could ask one question on the capping off 25. Is that going to be first come, first serve, or is it going to be prioritized by the students who may need it more?
It'll be, in the beginning, it'll be first come, first serve. It'll go like a registration form. And like I said, once we see what the registration looks like, then we can take a look. If I can get 25, we can reach the cap, I'm very excited. And if I say 25 and we end up with 75, we'll adjust. I'm pretty good typically about not turning away students, so we'll figure it out when we get that registration.
And what time frame are you thinking?
We-
Is it like a 1 hour club, 2 hour club?
It's going to be, because I'm able to offer transportation. So it's going to probably, we're looking at the week of maybe Terry's going to get me on the dates here. Whatever the Monday is of the second week of July. And that would be week 1, the 8th. So the week of the 8th would be the introductory week, and then the following week would be the advanced. And we're looking at 4 days a week, 3 hours a day. So it's going to be, there'll be a lot of hands-on activities, a lot of, when you're talking about summertime and putting kids in a math room for 3 hours, 4 days a week, that's a challenging thing to do. So Jill and Melissa have got great ideas for how to make it fun and how we're going to make sure that people are aware that it's going to be fun and engaging and really be a tremendous support for students for when they go into their next math class next year. But that'll all be in the first flyer that goes out, which the first informational flyer should go out this week to everyone, all families at Mac.
I mean, I guess the only downside to it, I guess, would be the kids that have already signed up for camps, not being able to access it. A lot of the sports camps take place in July, so I guess that would be the only downside.
Right.
Some students not being able to access it because they've already signed up for camps. That's what it is.
It's not in stone yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can,
Yeah.
In the summer, I think we're always going to have fun.
right.
You are.
Right, and
Yeah.
And just looking at the costs for the, we're already running buses all over town for ESY and
Yeah.
summer learning.
Yeah.
So in order to offer transportation, which we think would allow us to get more kids,
Yeah.
timing of 8:30 to 11:30, that runs with our buses.
Yeah. No, it completely makes sense.
Get the 75 kids signed up, you know, break it up to separate sessions during the day.
This is getting ridiculous.
You want to volunteer for the evening? Right, here you go.
That sounds like
Well, I'll bring that feedback back to the team and let's see what we can come up with.
Yeah, I mean, you see what the feedback is when you send it out, when you send out the initial,
Or even a survey of, maybe a question on the survey can be interest for people who already signed up. And maybe register themselves.
yeah. It's great. Thanks, Dan. It's a great thing.
Summer program update, that is in reference to, I always like to talk about STEM camp and how fast it sold out. So week 1 of STEM camp the registration was closed in approximately 3 minutes, and week 2 registration I left open for 20 minutes, and that's when we reached our maximum capacity. So both weeks are at maximum capacity. As many of you are aware, this was the final year of ESSER funding. So the final year that this is going to be a free program. At the Education Committee last week, I shared the price per pupil that we broke down. You consider transportation, staff, location, ice pops, all those things, and it was about $227 per student to run for a single week, which,
very reasonable considering what campus is.
to be honest with you, it was lower than I thought, knowing what we spend. So that was positive, I believe. But it is also, it's four days a week, 3 hours a day.
The busing helps.
Absolutely. So those are conversations to have, survey to the community about possibly keeping it forward going, keeping it going in the future. But that's a conversation for them. Summer Learning Camp is also receiving high registration, as it always does. Excuse me. We're probably at about 150 registrations at this point in time. And I've been talking too much, so I'm going to stop right there. I need a drink. That's it. I'm done. I'm crying.
Don't cry. Thank you, Mr. Novak. Okay, Mr. Schultz, special reports and correspondence.
I'm sorry, my report is not exciting. Minutes for the April 30th, 2024 public budget hearing meeting and the April 30th, 2024 executive session minutes.
Could I have a motion?
I'll move the minutes. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? President's report, I have nothing this month, so we'll go on to public comments. So all speakers will have 5 minutes to speak until a period of 30 minutes transpires. Before speaking, please state your name, group affiliation, and address for the record. Members of the public who have requested to speak prior to the meeting will be recognized by the chair first. After speaking, all speakers are asked to sign the register provided and give their full name, group affiliation, and their address. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question board members individually. All speakers are expected to have read the statement within the agenda regarding the regulations concerning public comments. Members of the public are reminded that they are legally responsible and liable for their comments. Has anyone signed up, Mr. Schultz?
No, there's not.
Okay. Would anyone like to speak?
Move to close public comment.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so Dr. Fernari, any adjustments to the agenda?
So board members, you already know, and I hope you all have copies of the hand carry motions that were provided to you. There is also on page, if I get this straight, my glasses need to be updated too. Page 9 of the agenda. If you move close to the bottom of the page, you're going to see motion number 15. And there is a dollar amount in that motion, and it should be corrected. The correct dollar amount should be $505. I believe that's all the corrections I have.
Could I have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
I move to adopt the agenda as presented. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, education, Mrs. Dwyer.
Move to approve items 1 through 9 and number 10 on hand carry number 1. Second.
Any discussion?
Question on number 9, just out of curiosity. The number 9, the mileage rate established by the board. How are we establishing a mileage rate? Is this set by the state, or are we using, where's it come from?
So the mileage rate, that, yeah, that's contractual.
It's contractual? Okay. That was just a, I couldn't find it, that's all, thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none, roll call please, Mr. Schultz.
Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes on everything, abstain on number 3.
Mrs. Jorgensen?
Yes.
Mrs. Rakana?
Yes.
Mr. Sitovich?
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo?
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes.
Mr. Lippy?
Yes, and congratulations on number 10 to Mr. Novak.
Mrs. Marquardt?
Yes.
And Mrs. Lockwood?
Yes. Personnel, Mrs. Van Dyck.
And I'd like to move items 1 through, let's see, 1 through 41 in the agenda, and then hand carry 42, 43, and 44 besides these.
Second.
Any discussion?
Couple
Yes,
questions.
Mr. Lippy?
Couple questions on this one here. Just out of curiosity, number 4, is this for the position that we just talked about last time where we started advertising May 6th? So we filled in record time, or is this an additional, for the PE teacher for Mackin and high school?
Yes, that's the position for next year, the new position.
Oh, so it was filled in record time then?
Yep, they were ready, they had, were jumping at, at the button on Frontline to make sure that they had all of their reviews of candidates. And we were fortunate, just so, I know that this is something that not every board member may be aware of, but the candidate, successful candidate is a former Highlander and was a star member of our softball team and has been very highly spoken about in her reference materials. So we're really happy to bring somebody home that really has their heart in this.
Mr. Lippy, anything else? I know you said you had a couple.
I just wanted, can I just comment?
Yes, you can, Mrs. Van.
May is a very popular month for education candidates to come forward. I think everybody is out there when they're looking for a job in education. They're waiting for those releases to come out. So I'm not surprised, and I'm not surprised that we got a great candidate. I happen to remember Jessica as a star softball player, and she definitely has a lot of West Milford pride and was an excellent student. So I'm very excited to see that it's going to be one of our own.
Just to clarify, I'm in no way questioning that at all.
No.
Yeah, it's just, it was boom, boom, and here we go.
Lucky, I guess.
I know you said you had more, Mr. Lippy. You want me to come back to you? You good? Okay, anyone else? Yes, Mrs. Marquardt.
So I have a question on 31, and while I saw the hours allotted for the summer curriculum development, I was just curious if there's any possible way the education committee could see the agendas that were submitted for the curriculum writing, so that we have an idea of what they're going to be doing. So maybe tabling this till next month so that we just know what's going on for each one. Like, I understand the hours, but you had mentioned about them having to submit an agenda before they were given the hours.
I said that in reference to committees, summer committees.
Okay.
Summer committees will be here in June.
Okay.
And I'm collecting all of those proposals and agendas now. Typically, we haven't done that for like curriculum writing projects.
Okay. Would there be a way for maybe us to discuss in education meeting next month, just because it's June, and we still have time, what they're going to be doing for the curriculum writing for these hours, just so that we have an idea of what the goal is? Because there's a lot, and I understand that we need it. I just think it would be good for us to know what the goal is for each of them. So is it okay that I make a motion to table this for June?
I would need a second.
I'll
So
second it.
my concern, our June meeting is until June 25th. Some of our, I'll just, in particular, I know all of the math curriculum that's on here. This is contingent upon them working with Nancy Schultz. And Nancy Schultz is very, I don't know if they're going to want to schedule their time with her if their hours are unapproved. So they have to schedule with our, just like I said, last summer we paid Nancy Schultz to create with our staff the binders that I shared here. Part of that process was year 2 that we're not paying for, that was included. It was a year 2 revision of what we did last year. So that's what everyone on the first two, almost all of the first 2 pages front to back are for that process.
I think, and I could be wrong, Mrs. Marquardt, you tell me. I think what Stephanie is asking is that we see an agenda of what will be going on. I don't think...
No, I understand what she's asking for. I'm just saying that if we don't approve those staff members tonight, I'm asking them then to schedule time in July with Nancy Schultz 3 days at her facility for time that's not approved. That's all, I mean, you know, it's on good faith that they're going to be approved on June 25th, which is fine, but I know in past situations,
So
staff
they
members
can get
would...
that information even if we go on it tonight and can
Absolutely.
tweak it?
Yeah,
Because
so if you
that
want-
we at least know what we should.
Right, so I can,
expect
if
at
you
the
want
end.
to vote on it, then I'd appreciate that, and then I will come prepared at Ed Committee in June with a description of every project.
Then I will withdraw my motion.
Okay. Thank you. And just to be clear, so the math that's on there, the curriculum writing for the math, they're going to be meeting with Ms. Schultz for those hours? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Number 29. In the committee notes, it does say that staff transfers were discussed and the increment withholdings were discussed. Were each of these discussed in committee meeting?
Yes, I believe they were all on, yeah.
Thank you.
Right, yes. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Schultz.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes.
Mr. Sotovich?
Yes.
Mrs. Jorgensen?
Yes to everything except for number 29, please. Thank you.
Mrs. Rocano?
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo?
Recuse on 20, abstain on 29.
Yes to everything else?
Yes to everything else.
Mr. Lippy?
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mrs. Marquardt?
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood?
Yes. Okay, operations and finance, Mr. Lippy?
All right, can I just make one comment on
Yes.
Mark's request? So we could, at
Absolutely.
the June meeting, after a discussion, we could make revisions at the June 25th meeting after we take a look and talk about it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Lippy, operations and finance.
Okay, operations and finance, I'd like to move numbers 1, broken up here somewhere. Through 66. I get there eventually.
There's a lot for you today. Any discussion?
Yes.
Mr. Lippy?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Using my outside voice. A couple of questions on here. Sorry, this is a big one here. I have a lot of questions here. I'd like to look, I don't quite know how to put this. I know we're at like, Mr. Novak was talking about things that are coming up to the wire, we have to vote on certain things. I'd like to find a way where next year we're given a little more of a heads up so we can review certain things. Mr. Schultz and I did speak about a few of the things I hear, but I don't need to get into the details of it. But just, if we're going to be renewing and all these different contracts, all these different programs and, you know, really millions of dollars, I'd like to sit down and go over it with time to prepare if we have to put something out the bid or go and look and readjust certain things so that we're hopefully in a better position. I'm hoping that we can hire people for the transportation, for instance, as quick as we were a PE teacher. That would be a great thing, pick up a couple people and be able to go and see where we can do it. There's a down in here where my brain works and where I go on things. I'd just like to bring that to the forefront. And in that same motion, I believe in June, we're going to have to vote on, that'll probably be the personnel actually, vote on the summer coaching and everything like that. And just like last year, we haven't seen it, it's going to be given to us the day before, and we still don't have those information. It's the same process. Give us a month or two to look at it. so we can ask questions and make the proper decisions, as opposed to just going, this is what we've always done, this is what we're voting on. A little sidebar comment on myself, sorry.
So I can just comment, just coming back to the curriculum, we collect that starting in February, so I can certainly have that for review a month prior to the May vote, so.
That would be fantastic.
Right.
Just give my thing getting the time to absorb it.
Yes.
I just want to say, number 66, thank you to the Maple Road School PTA for their donation. I think that's incredible. I haven't seen the playground, but I know they have a really nice playground, so thank you. I haven't seen it in years. I haven't seen it in like 5 or 6 years, that's what I mean.
Anyone else? Any other discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Schultz.
Mr. Lippy,
Yes.
Mrs. Rocano,
Yes.
Mrs. Jurgensen,
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer,
Yes.
Mr. Satovich,
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo,
Yes.
Mrs. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke,
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Lippy, back at you.
Guess just like
You have to go one at a time.
Are you ready? I'd like to move under Operations and Finance, number 67.
Second.
You can do 68 too, right?
No, we have to do it.
No, oh, you're right, yes, you're right. Oh, wow, that's a long one. That's a long, no. This is the one, okay. Any discussion?
Yeah, I make the assumption you can't vote for yourself on this.
Yeah, so that's
So I want to
why.
make sure that's, we
Yes.
all know that.
So,
I didn't know that.
yeah, so I think you say no for myself, yes for everyone else,
Don't vote
correct?
for yourself. No,
Yeah.
abstain for yourself.
Abstain.
Recuse.
Recuse, yeah.
Abstain.
Abstain or recuse,
Right.
whatever, whichever one you want to use.
Either one.
Okay. All right, roll call, please, Mr. Schultz.
Okay. Mr. Satovich,
I abstain for myself, yes to the rest.
Mrs. Dwyer,
I abstain for myself and yes for everyone else.
Mrs. Jurgensen,
I will as well abstain for myself and vote yes for everyone else.
Mr. Lippy,
I will recuse for myself, vote yes for everyone else.
Mrs. Lockwood,
I will abstain for myself and yes for everyone else.
Mrs. Marquardt,
I'll abstain for myself and yes for everyone else.
Mrs. Rocano,
I will recuse for myself and yes for everyone.
Mrs. Romeo,
Same as Sarah. Recuse for myself, same as him. Yes for everybody else.
and Mrs. Van Dyke.
I abstain for myself and yes for everyone else.
Okay, Mr. Lippy, back. Yeah, oh, you are.
Okay, number 68, Operations and Finance. I move for approval.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Lippy,
Yes.
Mrs. Rocano,
Yes.
Mrs. Jurgensen,
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer,
Yes.
Mr. Satovich,
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo,
Recuse.
Mrs. Marquardt,
Abstain.
Mrs. Van Dyke,
Abstain.
Mrs. Lockwood.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Lippy.
Okay, under Operations and Finance, I move numbers 69 through 72.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please, Mr. Schultz.
Mr. Lippy,
Yes.
Mrs. Rocano,
Yes.
Mrs. Jurgensen,
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer,
Yes.
Mr. Satovich,
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo,
Yes.
Mrs. Marquardt,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke,
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood.
Yes. Okay, policy. Oh,
Get to him if I could, please.
yes, what's the matter?
Mr. Schultz sent out some information to us this week regarding what our governor has decided to do in terms of helping fund schools and things like that. Are we going to bring that out to the public record to let them know?
Well, we could probably bring that up in new business.
Okay.
You
No,
think?
yeah, you bring that
Is
back.
that up in your
But
business?
I figured finance.
Policy, Mr. Satovich.
I'd like to move items 1 through 7 under policy.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Sotovich,
Yes.
Mrs. Jorgensen,
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer,
Yes.
Mrs. Rocano,
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo,
Yes.
Mrs. Van Dyke,
Yes.
Mrs. Markward,
Yes.
Mr. Lippy,
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood.
Yes. Committee reports. Mrs. Dwyer, Parks and Rec?
The meeting was canceled last week, and the meeting before that was postponed, so I have nothing.
Thank you. Safety, Mrs. Rocano and Mrs. Dwyer.
We had a meeting last week. I've come to find out that there are only 2 meetings a year, so this was our second one for the year. And it was a really interesting meeting because it was really a post-mortem of everything that happened during our terrible bus accident we had a few weeks back. And Mrs. Miller from PK, Chief Somerville, Dr. Fernari, everybody sort of discussed what worked, what didn't, what we could do next time, maybe what policies we need to change. It was a really productive discussion and meeting. Other things were discussed, but I would say that was like 90% of the hour-and-a-half meeting, so it was really a robust conversation. Other points of interest from the meeting were that they are going to assess safety at the football game coming up, and all the football games, the home games going forward, because we had some incidents last year. And our next meeting is October 2024.
Thank you, Mrs. Rocano. Superintendent's Roundtable, Mrs. Rocano and Mrs. Van Dyke.
Our next meeting is Thursday.
Passaic County School Boards, that's me. The next meeting is next week, May 29th. It's at 6 o'clock in Riverdale. New Jersey School Boards Association, Mr. Satovich.
Unfortunately, I did not have a chance to go to the delegate assembly, so I don't have a report for school boards or actually anything that I'm listed with tonight.
So I did go to the delegate assembly. Very eye-opening. It was interesting to see all the conversations that happened there. It was a very lengthy process. Definitely a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of different districts, but a lot of the same districts brought forth some changes that they would like to see be made. Definitely some of the things, I mean, I don't know if you want me to say some of the things that they brought forth, but off my memory, there was a lot. Tom's River brought a lot for the S2. They're seeing significant deficits in their budget, so they were trying to bring that to the forefront. Another district brought forth a HIB change where they wanted to make a new category. I believe that was voted down, but intent. They wanted to add intent, which I thought was a little broad and could definitely be definitely a conversation. Some of the other things, I know I did take a couple of notes. Sorry, I'm going to bring up my phone so I don't misspeak in my notes. They talked about AI, artificial intelligence districts, and actually the delegate committee member who came forth to say, was saying that Governor Murphy actually gave $2 million for the task force for them to discuss and come up with policy. And
in the whole, only 7 states out of the whole country put out policy to help the boards negotiate that. New Jersey was not one of them. They didn't say who the 7 states were, but I thought that was interesting that New Jersey didn't take a stance on that. There was another motion to make kindergarten mandatory. Those that don't know, kindergarten is not mandatory in this state, and they were trying to make that, obviously, there is something in Senate that they kind of spoke about briefly, where I guess they're trying to also make it through the state, but I thought that was an interesting conversation because we think about how they're trying to really push the preschool and make that a requirement. It's very interesting that kindergarten is still not a requirement. So we're pushing the preschool, but kindergarten, I guess you wouldn't have to come. You could just skip and come back to first grade. And there were others, there was a lot. It was definitely a long day. It went till like 1:30. It was only supposed to go to 12, but you know, typical, ran over. But I could bring a more detailed report next month on what some of the, or even talk about it in committee. But definitely, it was definitely eye-opening and definitely a great experience. I'm glad that I went, and more districts, I think, should attend and maybe bring forth, you know, changes that they want to see there into that forum. Definitely kind of band together too on some of these things. So, sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
I didn't have thunder.
It was far though, I have to say. It's all the way down in Mercer County, so it's a long drive. So anyway, technology oversight, Mr. Lippe. Miss, oh, legislative, you said you had nothing for that too, though. Do you have anything for legislative?
I'm not legislative, no, we've not for that.
No. I thought you said you had nothing for it. It does say there. Technology oversight, Mr. Lippe or Mrs. Marquardt?
We have nothing right now.
Township Board of Education Joint Committee, we have nothing for that. We haven't met. West Milford Municipal Alliance, Mrs. Van Dyke and Mrs. Jurgensen.
The Municipal Alliance met on Monday the 13th. I was unable to attend because we had our committee meetings, but Mrs. O'Brien sent me the minutes from the meeting, and they discussed the success of the paddles for prevention, which was very well attended, about receiving the health grant from Atlantic Healthcare, the stigma-free grant, which was paid for the medals and the t-shirts for Scott's Fun Run, which was this past weekend. The Junior Police Academy, meeting and collaborating with other alliances in the county. They also discussed the 2025 budget and the WMMA and New Jersey 4S interview, which was on West Milford 77. It was taped on May 7th. If anyone had a chance to see it, it was very informative about what NJ4S is and how they can service our community. The movie Angst, which will be shown for adults and teens on Tuesday, May 28th at the Highland Family Success Center. It is about anxiety and for our young students, and the rise in anxiety, which is on the rise. And I think as a Board of Ed, we are seeing more and more students that are facing this head on. I did have a conversation with Mr. Novak about maybe getting a few administrators to be able to see this film, because it's only about, I think it's about 40 minutes, but it really does address what, it interviews some people and it explains some of the anxiety that these young people are going through and how it can be addressed. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to help with that. Let's see. Food, and that night, on May 28th, at the Highlands Family Success Center, they will be presenting it. Food will be provided and registration is required. Finally, instead of the Wellness Family Festival this September, They are working with the West Milford Health Department and the Highlands Family Success Center and other organizations on having workshops this fall for our community members. They thought that they might try something a little different than the health fair. So that's all I have for my report.
Thank you, Mrs. Van Dyke. Special Education Parent Advisory Committee, Mrs. Marquardt.
So we had our meeting on May 8th at Macapin, and should I say this right? We had 2 counselors from the New Jersey Division of Vocational and Rehabilitation Services there. It was an extremely informative presentation, and I know it's going to be posted on the website soon. I do implore any high school parents to read that information, because there are a lot of things available for your 18 to 21-year-old and beyond that you wouldn't necessarily know. I mean, it was very eye-opening, the services that are provided, and you can actually request to have your caseworker work with them. So it is definitely information that our parents should look into. We talked about the Supervisor of Special Services opening, that it was posted, and interviews will be starting soon. They probably already did at this point. We talked about a Q&A document that's going to be put together for transition. They're going to, and if I mess up any of this, you can correct me, reach out to parents to gather feedback and put together a Q&A document that will go out to parents and guardians, which should help answer a lot of the questions that we have when our children transition elementary to middle school to high school. And I know that was, those emails were supposed to go out.
Yes.
Like the last couple weeks, right?
Yes, yeah, there either have been, either they have gone out or will be going out.
Right.
Yep.
We talked, there was clarification about the new K-1 MD-LLD program at Maple Road. It is one or the other. There's not going to be 2, but that the suggestion was the LLD program because it does provide much more flexibility for the children that are there, and providing sensory learning that would service all of them.
That's correct, yes.
We had a presentation from the Highlander Education Foundation. Christina Duffy and Lisa Johnson were there, and they talked about the different programs that Highlander Education Foundation is doing, their experience and what they're bringing to the foundation being special ed parents. It was a good presentation. They did talk about their 5K that they're going to be having on September 22nd. People should definitely go on the website and look at information and support the foundation, because they are supporting our children and our district.
Sorry, the 5K?
September 22nd.
Does that mean run or walk?
So right now, they had said it was run, but I think if you reach out, and there was enough people who wanted to walk, they were excellent at answering questions. There was a lot of questions asked. If you have questions, you should definitely reach out to them. They gave a very thorough presentation.
I think they discussed it at the HEF on Monday too, that it would have a walk component. So, if I remember correctly.
We talked about the fence at PK, which as of that meeting was being measured and installed. We talked about IEP meetings and how the transition meetings work, and draft versus live IEPs, and Dr. Reza and his department are doing an excellent job at making sure that we get to a point where everybody has the same experience, that it's not different based on what school you're going to or what caseworker you have. We talked about a school tours process for whether your student has an in-district placement or an out-of-district placement, making sure everybody has the same access to that. The dyslexia training, Dr. Reza talked about having a presentation for CPAC next year regarding the reading program and that. And I think that was about it.
Just add.
I can just thank you and all the board members that have come out to this year's CPAC, all the meetings. I want to thank the parents as well. I think it's been a really fantastic year. We've had a lot of great conversations, also presenters that have come out, and so I'm very much excited and looking forward to next year as well. So thank you.
Steph, I just have a question. Can you say again what you said about draft IEPs? Something about.
Yes, so when the process was talked about as far as when you go in for your meeting, that the IEP that you're given to review says draft on it, and the process for that. So when you have your IEP meeting, your IEP should say draft. It should not be a final document. And I know that was some people's experience in years past, so it's something that has been worked on and seems to be fixed for the most part, correct?
Correct, yes. And as many of us know, the IEP document is a very fluid document, and so we really are aspiring to, in our department, make sure that when we come to IEP meetings, that it's a conversation that is started before that day, leading up to that day, and if necessary, adjustments and conversations happen after that day, so that when the IEP is final with all the information that's required in it, that's when the parents have those days to review and consider their options. But we really are trying to really establish a very collaborative and communicative process across our pre-K through 12 and beyond.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Marquardt? Finished?
I'm finished.
Okay, I just want to also say, seeing as we talked about the Scots, the fun run with HEF, that they also have their food truck and musical festival rescheduled to June 23rd. So I know they also brought that up in the meeting. So that would be at the Wallish Estates. It's on a Sunday. I think it starts at 11. So that's June 23rd. And that was for the Education Foundation fundraiser. So old business. Anyone have any old business?
Move to close old business?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? New business. Any new business? Yep, so Billy.
There we go.
That'd be great.
So late last week, we received, the county BA called Dr. Fernari and I to let us know that the governor passed two pieces of legislation that could possibly impact our 24-25 budget. The first one is very easy and straightforward. They're giving us back 45% of our initial state aid cut. So we were cut $81,537. They're giving us back $36,692. So they're still working out the whole process as to how this is all going to play out, whether or not we need another public budget hearing, the advertisement aspect of it. But that part is pretty straightforward. I'll keep you updated as I get some more information. The second part of this whole legislation that they have is they're allowing a one-time adjustment to the tax levy increase for the 24-25 school year for our district in a maximum amount of $4,237,007. It translates to a 9.9% tax increase. You can use up to that amount, you can use nothing, you can use anywhere in between, but that's the option that the state is offering to try to help out some of these S2 districts who have had state aid cuts. Obviously with that, there's a public budget hearing that will be needed. They still are working out the details as to the advertising and the other process that's involved in it, but the county business administrator called, wanted to give us the heads up. I have a county meeting on Thursday morning. I'm hoping they have more information there. But I sent the email out to the board members yesterday to keep you all informed as to what information I have so far and just presenting the options to you of what the state has done. I mean, it's great that they're trying to help the districts, but to put it on the taxpayers' back is kind of, it's not a great strategy. So that's the information I have as of now, but as I get more information, I'll keep everyone posted. I know it would like everything submitted to the Commissioner of Education for the budgets by July 5th if changes are made. So the county BA recommended if we are going to change anything, that everything be done in June. But I will, of course, keep you updated with more information as I receive it.
Bill, I just have a question. Was this
I have one too.
44 million tax, it's called a $44 million tax allowance?
Four
Does that mean-
4 million.
Oh, 4
It's an
million.
adjustment, yeah, a $4,237,000 tax adjustment, basically, is
So
what they're
that means
offering.
we could increase our budget by that much?
Correct.
Oh.
We can tax our taxes.
No,
And it's on the taxpayers.
On the
Yeah.
taxpayer. You increase the budget, but the tax levy,
Force people out of their homes.
it's, yes.
ridiculous.
But I just want to make you aware of the options that they presented, and
This is to make up for his mistake
Yeah.
of cutting.
On the taxpayer's back.
Right, terrible.
And I asked the county BA, initially in the budget program, it showed that it can be used like bank cap and be rolled out over the next 3 years. But the county BA was very clear that that was an error in the system when they were uploading everything, and they've since corrected it. So it's a one-time use it or lose it adjustment for 24-25.
Mrs. Van Dyke.
So it sounds to me what they're trying to do for some of the S2 districts is they're trying to increase their base, which everybody had lost, and trying to give them some funding back, but on the backs of our taxpayers, and we will all pay. I mean, I don't think that that's a way to rescue where we are. I think we're just taking from Peter to pay Paul, and
Hey.
okay.
for me.
Well, we should take from Peter for Paul, but anyhow, I understand what they're trying, but this is, and they're kind of like, they're kind of blackmailing us into trying to do something, and I think that, well, I think we have to hear more, but it doesn't sound like a good resolution to us. I'm very happy about the $36,000.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's
The other half.
over, they just give that back to us, and there's nothing else we need to do, but yeah, that's the information I have as of.
I did appreciate your email too, because you broke it down by 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, and I really did appreciate that. I mean, that might be something more that should go out to public and let the public see what what the governor's trying to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we did get some information on this bill through New Jersey school boards. I've been reading it right along, so, I think it's their answer for election time, so, thank you.
Right. Yeah, going back to the spreadsheet I put together that you mentioned, just to share some of that information. So if the current budget was increased, if the tax levy was increased $1 million, our current general fund tax levy was a 3.11% increase. If we were to go up $1 million, it would be 4.71, 2 million would be 6.31, 3 million would be 7.92, 4 million would be 9.52, and the full adjustment amount would be at 9.9%. So I just broke it out in different increments so you can see just the individual impact, just to give you an idea of what has been proposed.
Mr. Lippy.
I say the second time Linda's called me out here tonight. It's okay. You can steal it from me. There you go. So just want to make sure that anyone who may be watching and is listening, this is something that the governor has decided to do in order to cover the school funding without taking money from the state and come from the local residents. But this is not something at this moment we're doing because of how hard you work to get the budget and your team to get it really in and on there. So, I mean, the 36 grand is going to help, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
But we don't need to hit you.
Yeah, this was just something I was sharing with the board. This is an information that's
I
available.
just want to make sure that no one goes,
Yeah, this
this
is-
is for 4 million more. We're not, exactly.
Yeah, last Thursday, we got a call from the county BA to share the information with us. So any further information, I'll keep everyone updated on as we receive it. But that's all I have so far.
I have two things. The first is a question. So we receive the current class sizes. Could we get very soon the projected class sizes for next year?
I think I attached that to my Friday update, did I not?
Okay.
If I didn't, I apologize. Okay.
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 And I think that's really going to determine a lot how the taxpayers feel when and if what their children's class sizes are. And they don't know that until September, but I don't think that we would ever take that full amount. However, I think that looking at class sizes, parents don't want their kids, and I heard multiple people on this board say things about when we were last year at this time, looking at the class size policy, right? So as board members, review those numbers, because Peter just said it's not something we're thinking about, but we need to talk about some things, you know?
If I misspoke, I'm saying,
No,
I think it's happening right now.
Yeah, no, right now we're not. I'm just saying, I don't want in September to have a line of people discussing that they have too many kids and that can happen. So I think we need to review and plan ahead and talk more. The second thing I wanted to say is, nobody mentioned it. Claire being modest, I know that it included her child, who sang an incredible solo last week. But last week was maybe the longest and best week as a parent of a child in the musical community. They had concerts 4 straight nights in a row. 4 straight nights in a row, out until after 10 p.m. most of the nights. And it just was absolutely every single song, every single performance breathtaking. As our musical department normally is top-notch. And if you didn't get to see any of those concerts, check them out next year. The jazz concert it's like professional, and I know I saw Dr. Fenari at some of them. I saw Mr. Novak at some of them. I saw many of you. It was just really an incredible free concert. So, kudos to everyone involved in that really, really long but amazing week of music.
It was. And the high school, I'll let you.
I hope that everybody could get a chance to see the concert that was put on for Dr. Mack's last concert. It was, alumni came back and they did a phenomenal job. And again, just shows the strength of our music and arts program here and the love that our students take with them and come back. So I am very sad. I'm happy for Dr. Mack, but I am very saddened. But I am very confident that the person that will fill his shoes will do the same kind of job for us, because they have the same love of music. But it really was. I didn't know about the program happening until that day, and I was unable to go. I would have loved to, but I did see it. So I want to say kudos to everybody that was involved in that, and we will miss you, Dr. Mack.
Any other new business? I do want to just say one thing that I forgot to say in my president's report, and that is in regards to the next board meeting, which is scheduled for June 25th. It's being rescheduled from the week before because of promotion and high school graduation. We will be having a meet and greet. You should have gotten a notification from Dr. Kitchen. So the meet and greet with Dr. Kitchen will take place at 6 o'clock that night in the Macapin cafeteria, and then we'll start our board meeting here at 7. So
I could. Dr. Fenari? Kate raised the question of class sizes. Do you see any class sizes going into areas where we could have a problem at this point?
Where we could have, well, there is one class that is already very high, but a portion of the day, if we split into 2 sections, that class would be very, very small. Each class would be very, very small. So we continue to look at that. The others seem to be well within the boundaries.
I was kind of looking at our chart, and that was one question that I had. The other one, do we have the current number on the kindergarten?
We do. As of yesterday morning, 198 kindergarten.
Oh, how wonderful. That is, we're almost right on track. So that's great.
And that's before the summer, so.
Yeah, that's really great. Thank you so much. That's all I had.
any other new business?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Public comment number 2. So all speakers will have 5 minutes to speak until a period of 30 minutes transpires. Before speaking, please state your name, group affiliation, and address for the record. Members of the public who have requested to speak prior to the meeting will be recognized by the chair. First, after speaking, all speakers are asked to sign the register provided and give their full name, group affiliation, and their address. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question board members individually. All speakers are expected to have read the statement within the agenda regarding the regulations concerning public comments. Members of the public are reminded that they are legally responsible and liable for their comments. Anyone signed up to speak in the second comment?
No, there's not.
Anyone wishing to speak? Okay.
Close public comments?
All those in favor? Any opposed? Mrs. Racano, can you get a motion for executive session?
At 8:15 PM, I make a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing personnel appointments, resignations, current litigation matters, special education matters, negotiations, HIBs, and matters of attorney-client privilege. The executive session minutes will not be released until such time as the privilege or confidentiality is no longer applicable. The board will be in executive session to start for approximately 60 minutes. Action may be taken.
Second.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. We may be returning. I'd like to call the meeting back to order. Roll call, please, Mr. Schultz.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Here.
Mrs. Romeo? Mrs. Jorgensen? Mrs. Dwyer? Mr. Lippy? Mr. Sitovich?
Here.
Mrs. Racano?
Here.
Mrs. Marquardt?
Here.
Mrs. Lockwood?
Here. Mrs. Racano, can you make a motion to extend executive session?
I would like to make a motion at 8:13 PM.
9.
Oh, I'm sorry, 9:13 PM to go back into an executive session for matters including attorney-client privilege for the time period of approximately 30 minutes.
Second.
And we may be coming back to vote, take action.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I'd like to call the meeting back to order. Roll call, please, Mr. Schultz.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Here.
Mrs. Romeo? Mrs. Jorgensen?
Here.
Mrs. Dwyer?
Here.
Mr. Lippy?
Here.
Mr. Sitovich?
Here.
Mr. Racano?
Here.
Mrs. Marquardt?
Here.
Mrs. Lockwood?
Here. Mr. Lippe, can you please read hand carry 3 under Ops and Finance? Make a motion.
I'll make a motion to carry Ops and Finance number 73, and I will read it now. It is the recommendation of the interim superintendent to appoint David B. Rubin, PC, as special counsel at the fee structure of legal services of $210 an hour as needed, plus reimbursement of all costs reasonably incurred in connection with the engagement for the period of May 21st, 2024 through May 20th of 2025. Have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Lippy?
No.
Mrs. Racano?
Yes.
Mrs. Jorgensen?
Yes.
Mrs. Dwyer?
Yes.
Mr. Sitovich?
No.
Mrs. Marquardt?
Recuse.
Mrs. Van Dyke?
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood?
Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.